In this tutorial, we will show you how to create a survey in SwiftBox. Because what is a great relationship without a survey? Let's get into it. Now, we're starting this lesson in the form builder. So the first thing I'm going to do is add an update contact block. This block means that if a person or organization is not already in your SwiftBox contacts, a new profile will be created in SwiftBox. And if there is already a profile for them, any new information recorded will flow through their profile. Now, if you would like to create an anonymous survey, you would not include this block. On the left side, we can see properties, and on the right side, fields. Let's go into fields. Now, fields are short for custom fields. It's how the cool people say data points that your organization is tracking across your contacts. We're just going to put name and mobile number. Now, these custom fields are the ones that we have set up, but you can create really tailored fields for your organization. So check out our custom fields video if you would like some more examples. Now let's create some questions in your survey. Drag the question block onto the canvas and use this drop-down menu to choose your question type. The text question type allows you to create a single question with a single written answer. Select text. Write your question. What is the most memorable thing that happened to you this week? And then choose whether your question is required of people filling in your form. Click Done to preview this in the form. Let's add in another question. The single choice question has two options, single choice or single choice with other. They are almost identical, but with other option will allow a custom response choice for the respondents. This question type creates a question that can have a range of possible answers, but the user may only select one option as their response. Next, you'll write the question that you want to ask. Do you enjoy attending in-person events? If required, you can add a description, e.g., don't panic, just choose the response that fits you best. If no description is needed, just leave that section blank. Click Add Answer to add an answer option. You can add as many as you like. Type the answers in each box. Now you can drag the grab handle to change the order of the answers and use the bin to delete. Use Answer Display to determine whether drop-downs, checkboxes, or radio buttons will be displayed with your answer options. When you're ready, click Done. The multi-choice question type also has two options, multi-choice or multi-choice with other. This question type has the same layout as single choice, creating a question that can have a range of possible answers. But for this type, a user may select multiple options for their response. Write the question that you want to ask. Where do you like to go to in-person events? If required, you can add a description, e.g., select all that apply. If no description is needed, just leave that section blank. Click to add an answer. You can add as many as you like. Type the answers in each box. In the city, live music, friend's house, somewhere with good parking. Again, we can reorder and delete these as needed. Use Answer Display to determine whether drop-downs, checkboxes, or radio buttons will be displayed with your answer options. Select the option Multi-Choice with Other to automatically include Other as an option for the answer. If a user selects Other, an input field will appear where they can add details. The single choice rating question type allows users to register their response to a question on a numbered scale. This is a handy tool with many options for customization. Write the question that you want to ask or statement you would like assessed. For example, the cinema is an enjoyable place to go. If required, you can add a description, e.g., rate your response on the scale. If no description is needed, just leave that section blank. Input the bottom and top end of the rating scale you want to create. For example, left end could be agree, the right end could be disagree. Select the number of radio buttons you would like to include between these two ends of the scale. If you'd like to create a number of different questions with the same rating structure, click the duplicate icon to make a copy of this block. You can then go in and update the question title without having to input the rest of the customization again. The matrix scale question type is lots of fun. You can ask multiple questions at once and design the most specific scale for respondents to use. Label the question in the first box here. If required, you can add a description, e.g., select the response that fits best. If no description is needed, just leave that section blank. There are 2 columns that you will use to customize your questions. List the questions that you want to ask. You can add as many questions as you like. What is your attitude towards dancing at events? How would you categorize the presence of a snack table? How would you feel about inviting Beyoncé? Add options to the answers column to add labeled radio buttons to your scale. Let's use negative, neutral, and positive. Once you're finished, click Done to preview it. You can change the flow of a form to depend on the way questions are answered. How do you create a multi-page survey? Let's insert a new page. We'll drag some of the questions onto this second page using the grab handles. Now, on another new page, let's make a new text question. Trust me, this will all make sense soon. Okay, from here, back to our first question. See these drop-downs next to each other? Here you can select where the respondent will be sent, depending on the answer they choose. For this first question, I'm going to select Go to page 2 for yes, and Go to page 3 for no. I'll make sure page 2 follows on to page 3, down the bottom of the page here. Perfect. Now anyone who responds yes to enjoying in-person events will be taken to the next page to give more answers. Those who answer no will skip this step. Let's split respondents up for a bit longer. I'll add another page with single choice rating question. I'm designing this question to apply to the people that selected yes for the question, do you enjoy attending in-person events? Now, go to the bottom of page 2. Instead of following on to the next page from here, we will direct respondents to page 4. From page 3, we don't want respondents to flow on to page 4, so let's make a final page where everyone can meet back. I'll add a final text question. Now we can direct page 3 to flow on to page 5. Perfect, let's test this out. Anyone who says they enjoy attending in-person events will be taken here, but those who prefer virtual events will skip those pages. Everyone will meet back on page 5. Where can I see my form responses? Forms stores data for you instantly in useful places. There are 3 places that form answers live in SwiftFox. Let's take a journey to find them all. The first is in posts in the global feed. Each time someone fills out a form, it will appear here as a post. Click the form title to reveal that person's answers. The second is on a person's profile. Navigate to a person's profile, click on the name in the global feed or search for the name of the person in the Swift search. Click Posts. Here you will find a list of the forms this person has filled out, and clicking the form title will display their answers. Answers filled out using the Add Update Contact block will appear in the fields in those relevant tabs. Finally, for an overview of the responses your form has received, go to Forms. Select your form from the list, click Next to progress to the Publish page, and click this tab up top that says Report. Visualizations of all responses from the sample will appear. If you would like to export your form answers to an Excel file, you can do so from the Forms page by clicking Export from the View More menu on your form. Thanks for watching. Good luck with the survey.